I didn't bring any phones to see if we're live or not.
Do you have mine in front of me? Let's see if we pop up and what says we are live. So,
okay.
Welcome one and all. This will be a live show. So if you're tuned in and joining us and want to chat, absolutely. But if you're going to watch it on replay, we're kind of designing it that way too, so that not an issue. I'm just going to check in here. Bring us into the sides there.
Hey, there we go.
But welcome one, welcome all. Richie and I have been in conversations and figuring out what bonus stuff can we present and do out there. Have a little bit more fun with the product that we offer. And get into a little bit more of a community interaction type thing. So
yeah, it's like a show and tell of all this fun stuff we've been working on. Also a really great sneak peek and maybe tips and tricks on how to get things you would really like that we may or may not order, or just show you parts of the website that might be hidden. So I'm very excited to show you.
We have plans for 3 different types of shows. Today's show is the Cruisin the Catalog. This is specific about everything that's offered from the publishers in the August catalogs. We will be back on Tuesday nights, normally in this spot, to do the new release rack. And we will also be back on Sunday nights for FOC.
Yes.
So final order cutoff and go over highlighting everything that's there. They all kind of overlap because all of this will be revolving around the website and features that we built in there. But I think it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I'm very excited to show off some of the cool things, especially this one here. The catalog is one we don't really get to talk about, and it kind of puts you in the mindset of Sean, Keith, and I. When we're talking comics, we're always talking about the future in our brain, and this is why we're going to be looking at stuff from the August catalog. And in August, Keith, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe all these drop in November.
I believe so. I'm going to double check right here. This says, yep.
Yeah.
Fine. So August catalog comes at the beginning of August. It is, do we submit our first orders into it at the end of August, the final Thursday of the month, typically. And then there is a final order date for every item. That's what the Mondays are. And then your expected release date here about where different things come in. So there's so many dates that move in our world, but that's kind of the biggest part about this is to keep everybody straight and see what we got. We're also trying to solve the problem that there is no one unified catalog anymore.
Right.
So where we used to have several years ago just previews, and then Marvel split out, DC split out. Now IDW's got their own.
Yep, we have Dynamite just started releasing theirs. IDW has one. Image has one. Then there's the big 2, Marvel and DC. So that's already, we're at 5 or 6, and I'm sure more to come.
We wanted to turn around and not just have it for those, but also for the other companies that are not, don't have enough to put out an entire catalog, but bring it all together in one central place so that you can take a look, you can kind of plan ahead and have it. Let's talk about what it does and doesn't do. It does show us every bit of information that we are given and every one of the images that is public so far.
Right.
It does not show ratio variance. So if there's a 1 in 25 variant, a 1 in 10, we don't have those put into the website because we're not sure we're going to be getting them.
Makes sense.
If they are available, you can always check with us. Hold Slots can work on reserving them through us, or like on Tuesdays, everything gets uploaded to our website about what's available. And so Tuesday before, the night before it releases, it's available to be purchased.
Exactly.
To get to this page on our website, it is under our shop and then ordering catalog. We also have out there links to the past two, in case you want to look up something. These become less useful as the FOCs pass because the product that we show is the product that's available for pre-order. For pre-order.
Yes.
Not once it's past this pre-order, we quit showing it on the website until it's in stock. Then, once on the page, you can browse, look at everything. As an example here, this is showing us 1,631 items. Me, Richie, and Sean have been madmen turning around and getting everything put up.
That's right.
I think we've got about 20 more issues of manga to put up.
I did get Tokyo Pop all done, and Valiant is done too.
Good. I am in the midst of Square Enix, so actually maybe we're only 5 or 10 away.
Yeah, it might be even that small. So,
one of the big deals here, because it's a lot of information to go through, is to use the filters. So this is available on mobile also, but honestly, with the amount of information here, this is going to be much cleaner on a desktop.
yes.
What we have over here is different things like price, availability. Some of these things are not going to matter. Availability is in stock. Well, these are all things that are available for pre-order, so everything is available. But we can start filtering out by vendors. I'll use the example that I'm a DC fan in this simulated environment here. I can just click on DC Comics and immediately jump to all DC options. You'll see here that very early in the catalog, most images have not been released. These are all Absolute Batman 13 different variants. They do say who it is for. This is the main A cover. You have Hughes variant, the Archer and Foil variant, the Archer regular variant. They're all available on here. You can click into any one of them for extra details about what's the synopsis of the issue and for the expected dates that are currently scheduled right now. And to point out, if anybody's watching this live, by all means, ask us questions as we go. This is an interactive show. These are meant to be, let's talk through and share and be part of the process.
As you talk, I'm going to be adding links to the chat. I'm having a little issue with the chat, which I'll fix by next show, but I'll get things going up so you guys can just click along and grab what you want.
So again, you can browse through this, selecting by vendors. The ones I find the most useful is, again, if it's vendors and you want to look at specific companies. Types, you're only interested in comics. You're not interested in the trades or hardcovers. That could be an example. Or very much the opposite is where this really gets smart.
Yes.
If you are somebody who reads by trade and hardcover, by turning around and selecting just those, we see all the collections that come up.
And already you see some big ones like Absolute Flash and Green Lantern are hitting there. And if you want that trade, typically we order 2, maybe? On this one, we'll probably order more.
For the shelf.
Yeah.
We're kind of guessing as to what the interest is.
But you can make sure you get yours by picking it up here.
Yes. I will also say here, we're on trades and hardcovers. And as an example here, if you were someone who was very, very interested in manga, and this is a big area that I think is a really great benefit that we have for the site, is because there's a lot of this that we may not be carrying, but is available to order. We can scroll here to shelf locations and just click on manga, and this will give us everything that is in that genre.
Yeah.
So we can separate it out by the different types of companies. You can separate it out by the different types of product that is there. Those are some really big things. Let me turn those back off real quick. The other big deal in this is that we try to stock our site with the credits. So as you can see over here, I have writers. I'm a big Al Ewing fan. What's he doing this month? And this is exactly what you get. That he's on Absolute Evil. He's on Absolute Green Lantern. Here is the collections of his Avengers run. That was the big deal, and introduced us to Immortal Hulk. He's doing Mortal Thor. Like it's that quickly that you can turn around and chase the talent that you're looking for. And one of the largest areas that I know that people's ordering is based upon is cover artists, especially like variants and things like this. So we have been over here into our cover artists. If I wanted to type in Art Germ, somebody who we always sell well on, this is the 4 Art Germ covers that are inside the catalog. Again, we only have art so far on the Supergirl one.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know that you're in on this and you're like, wow, I didn't know he was going to be on an absolute Batman variant, this is your opportunity to kind of jump in and see that.
Yes.
Ordering on the website is as simple as adding it to the cart, checking out. Hold slots have a benefit. Hold slots we allow them to do pick up in store, pay in store. And that means that you can turn around and have it added to. You can use this as special orders for your hold slot, where you don't have to turn around and pre-purchase the product.
Yep.
It is definitely a benefit because our thank you for hold slots for continuing your relationship with us, and you can turn around and use that and be able to select all of your stuff. We have several customers right now that are very active on this and using it well. If you want to check in with us and get any kind of details about how that works, please talk to myself, Richie, Sean. We'll show you the extra benefits on how to use that on the website.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that simple. If you aren't a hold slot with us and you just wanted to order this issue, make sure you did not miss this Phil Jimenez variant, which is very obvious that it's a homage to that Barack Obama Spider-Man. You can buy it right now, and it will then be pulled for you when it comes in, and it's held behind the counter or even shipped. Everything here is available. We program in all the shipping rates, all the sizes, and everything there so that it's ready to go.
And Keith, I hate to put you on the spot here, but with this scenario, is our website capable of doing multiples at this stage, or is it still a single lock at the moment?
So we do have a specific rule here at I Want More Comics to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to buy product, that we typically restrict you to 1 per person. Mm-hmm. It is one thing inside the pre-order system that's not 100% what's the way we want, because the pre-order system should be allowed to, you could buy multiples. If you decide I wanted 5 copies of this, or just even 2, you should be allowed to do that. It will still restrict you on your first transaction. If you're looking for additional quantities, you can either put in, like, say, 2 orders, or you can turn around and contact us, and we will force an order through the back end and send it to you that way so that you can get around any kind of restrictions like that.
Excellent. Thanks.
It's definitely, I haven't figured out any way to say, hey, if it's pre-order, let them get whatever quantities they want. If it's already in stock, limit to 1 so that we service both sides. So by default, it's more restricted than open currently.
Okay.
That is a good point. You have a really good point about that.
Yeah, because if you do want a couple copies of things, this is the exact time to do it, and we will help you through that, even with the restrictions on the website. As Keith said, get with us so we can make sure you're getting all the comics you need there.
Mm-hmm. That's the usefulness of this. That's how this works. And if at any point in time, if you're watching this afterwards and you're like, oh, I didn't understand something, by all means, reach out. You can use the chat feature right here that will turn around and message us right away. Or you can turn around and talk to us in store here, or you can send any messages through social media or email. We will absolutely help with all of this and try to make this a better and better experience. For hold slots, the number one question that we got when we asked that survey, one big point that everybody says, hey, I wish, was that they can manage their hold slots, see what they've already ordered, see what the series they're subscribed to. That's not going to be this system. There is a system coming. It's around the corner. It's dealing and answering one big technical question, which is how does it handle everybody's volume without crashing the system? When it's solved, it will be rolled out to hold slots, and you will have access to that.
That's going to be a crazy. Yeah.
It's going to be a huge monumental upgrade to what's available out there that I look very forward to when we are able to roll that out for everybody. It's in progress, but it's very smartly not being rolled out early until it's completely going to work right.
Yes. But now, I think we should talk about some.
catalog.
Yeah, let's look at the catalog and talk about some cool stuff.
What stood out for you?
I have a couple. Let's go with one of the ones I think would be something we don't actually order. So I think you'd only find it in the catalog. It's going to be Lone Wolf and Cub Deluxe Edition.
Well, you're kidding, because me and Sean have already talked about
I
this.
I know.
Absolutely going to stock this on the shelf.
But okay, so first of all, look how great that is. Lone Wolf and Cub, one of the all-time greatest stories, is getting a deluxe edition treatment and being put in 3-in-1 collections through a really nice hardcover. And hardcover 1 is coming out in November. And I think that even though we are going to get some for the floor, I think this is a perfect thing that you look through a catalog and you go, wait, that's really dope. And obviously it's on my list. And I wanted to bring a highlight to one of the greatest stories of all time being reprinted in a very nice collectible edition that would look great on your shelf.
I'm going to bring up this. Me and Sean talked about this in depth because it really hit my radar very hard, and I'm not even a person who kind of would grab this type of thing. Sean's definitely going to need it. The presentation looks really great. You can compare it to right now on our shelves is the Berserk hardcovers. Those are both done by Dark Horse. We're expecting this to be very similar format. It's going to be the same type of size, the same kind of the faux leather cover for this. Those look really, really good. And again, it even talks about in here what the size. It's a 7x10 format with a ribbon bookmark. This is going to be really, really nice. And then expanding that, while maybe you're worried that we're not going to carry it, maybe you want to make sure you're in for it. Hold slots also have the option, and this is one thing that some hold slots don't know. You can request to be placed on a subscription for trades and hardcovers. If it's a series, we can do that. We will absolutely be able to add you into a subscription for Lone Wolf and Cub as these come out over the next couple of years. We're guessing right now because we don't know when number 2 is going to be solicited, but it's probably something about 3 months apart is what I would guess, 3 to 6 months as to how often they're going to drop them. But it will be an evergreen stock here at the store. We will turn around and carry it, and we have seen much higher stock levels from Penguin Random House when it comes to Dark Horse product. We've had much easier time keeping that stuff in stock for us.
There you go. The next one I have to pull up is Something is Killing the Children. A monster walks into a bar.
You'll notice, I'm doing a search. I'm just using the normal part of this, the website here and all this, and I can just type in up at the top what I'm looking for. And I type in a couple words that get us there. And there we go.
So this is a collection of comics that were featured as an anthology series in the back of Hello Darkness, which I don't believe many people knew that there was it's basically short stories of Erica Slaughter from the perspective of her survivors, the people that she saved. And now they're recollecting it in one issue. This is where you can get it all in one single issue, which I thought was neat. People might not know about it, and it's a perfect example of something that you and I would like to order for people, but because it's a reprint, it kind of changes our method of thinking of how many we're bringing into the store.
Absolutely. So to be sure you want to, if you know it's something to be on, this is the opportunity. You can either turn around and, like I said, request it for your hold slot, or just place your order directly here. With this here, I'll just take a copy and do the full search on it. There are, we can know which one Richie's going to get because there's a variant, right? You don't even have to see it.
Nope.
You know Richie's in on it right there. Yes. But these are just the open order variants that'll be available. When we get closer to final order cutoff, when this gets up closer to when the orders are going to be due, usually we're going to get much better imagery at that point in time, and you'll be able to turn around and also see it there. I'm also going to point out here, with any of the type of ordering that we're talking about doing, you could place orders today. That's fine. It's not a problem. You don't have to place any of these orders until that Monday when the final order date is.
And is that information in the page when you click on it? I don't know.
I will say yes, mostly, although this one doesn't have it yet because we
Probably 'cause it's
normally
far
have
out.
it right here. No, it's because we've just loaded the catalog and I haven't put the extra stuff in yet.
Ah, gotcha.
So I have to go back through everything one more time and put that extra dates in there so that it is there. It will show up normally on the page. Probably all that stuff's going to get cleaned up by the end of the week so that you would see when those due dates are.
There you go. So maybe by the time you watch this, it's already fixed.
Yep.
Let's see. This one isn't a harder one to get a hold of, but I thought something that might be under the radar. It's called American Caper from Dark Horse. This is by Dan Hauser. And Dan Hauser wrote the stories for GTA and Red Dead Redemption. And there's a huge, the synopsis on there is insane, but it's a lot of that weird, chaotic American feeling chaos that goes on in GTA and things like that written in a book. I think it's a very interesting idea. I think people might be very interested in it, but because we're talking about a brand new series, it might be a limited order. So I would definitely check out the description on this bad boy, see if it's something you like, and go from there. Also, all the artwork is done by David Lapham, which is pretty great. So I think it's a secret hit coming in November.
Well, and you can see here, this is a good example here. I have fixed this one where the final order date for this is October 6th, expected release date of November 12th. That's what all of them will look like.
There you go.
You turn around and get that.
All right. From there, I have Frankenstein Alive. This one is near to Sean and I's heart. This came out, I want to say it was like 2018, 2019, but they reprinted these and they were really cool. They had black and like a silver front. Now they've collected them in a trade paperback, a really affordable one. But we have Bernie Wrightson artwork with Kelly Jones artwork. It's the original Steve Niles story. So just a gorgeous book for really cheap with all of it there. Another trade that I don't think we bring in. And I think it's a unique thing for people that really like that style of stuff.
It's really strongly presented. The black and white pencils are just amazing to just stare at for hours.
Unreal. Yeah.
It's a crazy amount of talent that was put into this book.
Now let's move into one that I think we are going to add to everybody, but everybody should know about it. We did talk about it already, but it's Absolute Batman Annual. This is our first annual of the Absolute Universe. We are seeing that Scott Snyder lets go of his IP and gives it to Daniel Warren Johnson.
Oh, just a little DWJ in the Absolute.
You can see already in the cover piece here that we're going to go back to the early days of Absolute Batman. We're going to find out how he got his Batmobile. We're going to see his first interaction with the Black Mask Party Gang. And we're going to see him take on the Ku Klux Klan. So that's Daniel Warren Johnson's piece. This obviously is something that I would look at. And before that final order cutoff date of October 6th, I would tie it to everyone that's already on Absolute Batman. But if you were concerned, or maybe you were like, I'm not an Absolute Batman fan, but I sure as heck am a Daniel Warren Johnson fan, this is where you would snag up your piece and not miss out.
You are 100% getting add-ons to this. There are people who, again, were okay with Transformers, but as soon as you said it was DWJ, got full into it, and then now have been riding it for years.
Yes, and I just love that cover piece. I'm really glad we have artwork for that. I can't wait to see what the final looks like. I guess we should notate that some of these pieces will, if you are eagle-eyed, you'll see all of these pictures kind of change as the months go by on our website. And that's because we are dedicated here to making sure we have the most accurate pictures of covers that you can find anywhere, to include a full-blown scan when we get one, just to make sure it's the most accurate.
And the example here would be is this. If this is the sample that they give us, DC does a great job of giving us updated images when it comes to the final order cutoff. But we're expecting this image to also have to say Absolute Batman, to have a little trade dress, have a little barcode, things like that. If we don't get that final image from DC by the time we receive on that Tuesday, right now today, but Dylan's our party guy on that one right now. And all
Yes.
this has been scanning and updating all the images for tomorrow's books so that we have everything accurate. And then I wanted to address what Nam just asked in the
Yes.
chat here. This is a more advanced version of the FOC orders. Yes, Nam. This here, and again to review if anybody's coming in a little bit late, is instead of the final order cutoff button here, one more down is now the ordering catalog. And Nam, this is our attempted replacement of the Diamond catalog. This is where everything that is solicited out by all of the publishers, whether it's through Penguin, whether it's through Lunar, that we're turning around and have access to. It's not even what we would necessarily have already chosen that we're going to stock. You'll find things on here that we may not carry, but this gives you the opportunity to be able to order it.
Yeah.
If you order here or you order at FOC, you're getting the same timeline. You're getting the same availability of product. By the time you get to FOC, you may have better images and you may have a better timeline about when it's coming out. A lot of dates over here might shift a little bit, but very few things ever cancel out.
Great question. We have 2 minutes left, so I will bring up the final thing. We'll jump over to Marvel for one. Is another ordering nightmare. It's called Fantastic Four X Gargoyles.
I saw this.
Okay, gang. So this is coming out in November-ish, and it's going to be Fantastic Four meets Gargoyles. Great concept. I love the idea, but who you tie this to? Who am I going to order this for, right? It's Fantastic Four right now by Denise Camp has been something excellent. There's a new series that just started at issue 2 with a whole new creative team, and they are taking it, and it's been fire. And Gargoyles was hot in a totally different manner. Do these two mix? Is it fair to just put everybody we have on Fantastic Four onto Gargoyles? I don't know if that's true. And I will make that decision later, but you can help me out by, if you want this bad boy, you get in before the FOC, you get in before, right as our catalog's created, and you pick it up yourself and make sure you don't miss it, because I'm going to guess, and that's the best I can do for you.
It's a big difference there. I think my Gargoyles numbers are about 10, 12-ish copies.
Yeah.
And right now, Fantastic Four is almost pushing 40 because of the popularity right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big guess for us to miss on. So we want to we'd love the best information. And part of that is what you guys can share back with us and tell us, hey, no, I'm totally in on this. This is my childhood and the Fantastic Four. Cool. Great.
I want to see Goliath and thing kick butt. That would be great. I'm in. I get you. But I don't want you to miss.
By the time we get to it, like I know this because I typed this one up into the system. This Del Auto variant stood out to me pretty big.
Yeah. See what I'm talking about? Goliath and thing. That's what I'm saying. It works, but to who?
There's that. There's a this Vecchio is in foil. I don't know what the Scotty Young looks like yet, but you know that's going to be cool.
Right. That's easy. So
there's a lot of options here. There's a lot of good stuff about this.
All right, my friend. Well, that's what I brought to today's Cruisin' the Catalog. Hopefully, go ahead.
In the future episodes of Cruisin' the Catalog, we will probably have these on a Thursday during the month because the Tuesday show will be about FOC. It will be way more about items inside the catalog because we'll spend more time just about that. It's not about using the website, but since this is kind of a new introduction for everyone here,
exactly,
for the first time, we wanted to really go over that and showcase the pieces we have here. We're pretty happy with the way the website's coming along. There's definitely some more things to be done. There's definitely some more tweaking about this that's going to make it a little bit friendlier and a little bit easier. But the availability of product is immediately out there right now, and it lets everyone be able to do a little bit more research, not be so rushed about making decisions on orders, and frankly just not miss out on things that they would have cared about and be able to do this. It's an extension of your own hobby to be able to sit here and browse a website for free. Like you just spend a little time and enjoy seeing things. And if you're going to giggle at this, giggle. It's the fun about that.
Yeah.
So we're just going to present the information. We're going to have it out there and make it available so everybody can turn around and be ahead of it and be able to grab what they want.
Well, there you go, gang. Keith, thanks. I appreciate it. Hopefully everyone else has a better idea how to work that website. Again, if you do have questions, we're here. We can help. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to Keith. If Keith don't know the answer, he's going to the guy that helps create the website. So we're
getting great support to be able to do this. So
yeah. And if you guys have questions or anything like that, we're here. Okay.
Thank you one and all. Appreciate you hanging out.
Catch you next time for the new release and an FOC. Those are the next shows coming up.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.